And if you really want to learn more about the Flutter Riverpod, make sure to check out my course on my website, which is the Flutter WebSocket connection with the Riverpod over here. And in this particular course, we will be learning how to build a real-time app using the WebSocket connection with the Flutter Riverpod. We will be using the Coinbase Socket API, and we will fetch all of the real-time data using the WebSocket and then the Riverpod over here. This is the small app that we are going to build. This is the list of the coins. We are going to list the list of the coin, and this will be refreshed in a periodical order. And as well as once we click on this particular the product or the coin over here, we are going to fetch the data in the real time. So this is going to be like reset in every second. So that's we are going to fetch from the API. And if you go to the something like BTC USD over here, so we are going to fetch on every second. We are going to get a live price update over here, and we can also go and refresh the whole WebSocket connection, handle the error and all of the stuff over here. So make sure to go and check out this particular course. It's really interesting course, and you will learn a lot of the stuff regarding the WebSocket connection with the Flutter Riverpod over here. So that's all, and let's meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day. Let us continue with our lesson over here. And this particular lesson, let us try to learn about the Riverpod lint over here. You may have already used the linter or the lint rule in your Flutter application, but this is specifically for the Riverpod over here. And if you go to the package over here, pub.dev, and make use you search for the Riverpod lint over here. And Riverpod Lint is a developer tool. So basically, it's a developer tool for the user of the Riverpod, designed to help stop common issue and simplify the repetitive tasks over here. And Riverpod has a various warning and quick fix, as well as the refactoring option, right? So it warns if the run app doesn't include the provider scope, warns you if the provider parameter doesn't respect the rule of the family. So we have already used about the family provider. You can refactor your widget from the stateless to the consumer widget, or from the consumer widget to this consumer stateful widget, and so on over here. So make sure to go and read the documentation over here, because you can see it's really a lot of the things over here, and it's really a comprehensive the guide they have provided over here. So let's go down to the installation section over here. We need to add the custom lint and then the Riverpod lint to our deb dependency over here. Let's go to the pubspec.yaml file, and if I go over here, you can see that I have added the custom lint, and also I'll enable the Riverpod lint over here, and you can just go and search it from this particular, or grab it from here and add the dependency to your deb dependency over here. So after that, I'll just go and run the Flutter pub get over here to get the dependency. So once we are done with that one, we are good to go. So it enables that particular Riverpod lint over here, or it grabs the dependency for that one. And if you go to the problem for now, currently you see that we do not have any of the lint error currently over here. And let's go to the next option, would be to go to the analysis option. And what we need to do is we need to add or enable the custom lint. So just copy this one from here, and let's go and add it below over here. And that should be good enough. So that should enable the custom lint for us over here. And you can see now, once we enable it over here, once we enable this, you will see that we got the warning over here. Generated provider should only depend on the another generated provider. So that is what we are getting it. So you can just go over here. This is the one that we are getting. So this is a generated the Riverpod provider, and it depends on the another provider, which is of the WebSocket provider. That doesn't it's not a generated one. So it's a manual provider that we have created previously. And now if we go back to this one, this is the generated one. So it should not depend on that one. This is the lint rule. It's not actually an error, but it's a lint rule. And you can see that failing to do so may break the rules, such as the provider dependency. So this is actually coming from the lint rule over here.
So what you can actually do now is you can just go and make this one as the generated one instead of manually creating it. You can just go and create using the Riverpod generator over here. That should fix that particular error. Or else what you can also do is you can just go and disable that particular lint rule. So if I just go and quick fix and ignore this particular line, so I'll just add it over here so you can see that it went. I can disable the lint rule over here as well if you don't want to go and refactor that particular code as well. Or else what you can also do is I can just go and copy this one, and let's go back to our analysis option over here. And here, as mentioned over in the documentation, what we can do is if you go to enable and disable the lint rule over here, we can actually go and add this custom lint and copy this one and paste it over here. And let's go and disable our specific lint rule over here. So I can just copy this one from here. Let's go back over here and I'll just go and add this one to, okay, so let's just go and add it below over here. And I'll just go and say this one has to be of the false. So I just want to go and disable that particular rule over here. And now I can just go and remove this one from here. So I just don't want to add this here. It should be done from our the analysis option over here. So now you can see that still it doesn't show any of the error. So what you can also do is you can just go and run that from the command line. So this is the command that you can actually go and run to analyze that one as well, similar to the Flutter analyze. So let's say FLU to the Flutter ANALYZ analyze. This is also the default Flutter analyzer rule that it runs, right? No issue found. And I can just go and run the another one, which is from the custom lint or the Riverpod lint that we can run dot run custom lint, and you'll go and it can go and run. So let's wait for this one to complete over here. And now you can see that there is no issue. And if we set it to be of the true, then that should give us the warning over there. Let's go and run it one more time. And here we got that same particular the warning over here. And also we have the missing provider scope set it to be false, which basically means if you go to here, we have the provider scope, and currently it's set it to false. So if I go and remove this one from here, remove this particular widget, and let's go over here and I'll just go and set it to be of the true over here. Or I can just go and comment out this one by default. So let's say if it is not there, so it should be enabled by default as well. So if I go and rerun the custom lint rule over here, it should give me a 2 now warning over here. And as you can see, we got the 2 issue that is coming from the provider scope missing widget, as well as for the generated provider should not depend on it should only depend on the another generated provider. So you can easily just go and enable and disable the lint rule for your Riverpod over here. That's pretty cool. And let's go back to our main.dart file and just bring it back over here. We require that one. We should not remove that. So that is, I just wanted to show you how the custom lint rules works over here. And once we have added that, what we can actually do also is let's just go to this screen. And I guess we have the screen over here, which is a status screen, which is of the stateful widget over here. Now you can just go and click over here, and it added the option for us to convert to the consumer widget, as well as you can convert it to the consumer stateful widget. So this is also coming from the Riverpod lint rule over here that we have enabled. So I can just go and say that this is the stateful. So I'll just go and convert it to the consumer stateful. And that's cool. So we just need to import the Flutter Riverpod over here. That should work perfectly fine. So if you want to go and change it back to the state of full, that's cool. So it works perfectly fine. So depending on your requirement, right? So if you want to change from the stateful to the like stateless, or from stateless to the consumer state or consumer widget or the consumer stateful widget. That should be pretty easy refactoring your code. And make sure to go and read out the documentation. They have the pretty good documentation over here, the good and bad and all of the stuff over here. So that's all for this particular lesson, and we learn about the Riverpod lint and how it is useful and how you can use it in your application. So we just need to add it to the dev dependency and configure our analyzer or the analysis option. And you can also go and not only use the custom lint, you can just go and use the default linter over here as well. So LINTR linter, if you have used this one previously. So you can also just go and use it is as a normal linter rule as well over here. So depending on your requirement, choose which one to use, or either you can just use the both of this over here. So that's all, and let's meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day.